Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue, and I want you to check out Bondy's Boutique and get some of my merch.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another Love and Hip Hop New York review, you guys. Okay, so before we get into the recap and review, whatever you want to call it, we talking about it, so we might as well describe what went down in the scene. I want to say this episode was very good. Like, I don't know if everybody has been watching it. I feel like, you know, people have kind of fell off of Love and Hip Hop New York in relation to maybe Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. But I think y'all should pick it back up. If y'all haven't checked it out, y'all should definitely check it out. I mean, this episode was just really good. Let me get into it. Okay, look, when the hour was over, I didn't even know it was over, and then I was like, oh, it's over. Like, it was good. It's been a long time since I felt like that about a Love and Hip Hop New York episode. Okay, so Joe and Remy doing State of the Union. All right, y'all know that's their little show that they do on Revolt and all of that. It be on YouTube, all kind of stuff. Okay, so I watch that show every now and again, and I did see this specific episode because everybody was talking about how Joe got up there and tried to diss Eminem about his album just because Eminem dissed him in the album. You know what I'm saying? I actually thought that album was good. I don't know what he was talking about. They had a couple, like, that shit ride. That shit ride from beginning to end. Like, I remember riding my bike and, you know, having it on and restarting that bitch a whole bunch of times. So I feel like, you know, Joey, you just feel, you know, played because nigga dusted you. Like, don't feel played about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You got your own shit now. Okay? You found your avenue. Don't hate. All right, moving along. He needs help. Okay? Sin has not been acting the same. She's going through this postpartum. Do you think you can help her? I mean, I went through postpartum depression. It's very hard. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. So, you know, I'm gonna talk to her for you. I'm gonna talk to her for you. I'm trying to get my Remy shit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to have my Remy shit on point. Now I feel a little fucked up on my Remy shit. I would like to remind y'all that Remy and Nicki Minaj sound almost exactly the fucking same. I know nobody is thought about it. Come, you know, it's you stupid. Like, just think about it. Take Nicki's voice is slightly higher, but that's it. It's the same accent. They say shit the same way. It's hilarious. Anyway, I'm sorry, you know, considering the fact that they hate each other and all of that. All right. Sin is depressed and Joey is leveling up. Okay, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. I hate that fucking song. Okay, I hate that fucking song. Anyway, y'all. So Remy says that they should get a nanny. She's here for the whole nanny situation. She's gonna get a nanny, okay? But Sin is not here for that, y'all. She's not here for that at all. They're gonna have a conversation. So Remy and Sin sit down to talk about the postpartum situation. And Remy says, you know, she and Papoose, I know it looks like we're perfect, but we're not, okay? Like, me and Papoose, we go through things, you know, and you know. And here's the thing. People only show you what they want you to see, okay? Me and him don't get along all the time, but it ain't none of your fucking business, okay? Y'all should see that we, you know, the black love example and all of that, because guess what, goddammit, we are. All right, our bad times and our good times make us just that. Because you know why? We still together. And that's how everybody feels about Remy and Papoose. They done been through jail. I mean, well, through prison. Okay, let's get that straight. They done been through a stabbing, prison, loving hip hop, and they in a baby, and a miscarriage, and they still together. Okay, and we haven't heard any side hole stories about any of them. Okay, because you never know, you know. And I just want to say that they are a great example of that. And I do appreciate them putting their love on blast like they do and still keeping it all together while being on reality TV, because y'all know how this reality TV show shit breaks everybody up. Remy says that she and Papoose have to learn how to talk to one another, you know, because, you know, she will say something and then he will say something and she will feel like she wasn't being understood, and that's the worst thing if you're in a relationship and you feel like you're not being understood, okay? So they had to work on issues as well. Remy says it would be a really good thing for Sin and Joey to set aside some time for one another, because they had to do it when she was in jail, okay? 48 hours, no cell phones, just y'all together doing whatever y'all gonna do. All right, so she gives Sin the idea that they should have time sectioned off without cell phones so that they can actually engage, because that's the problem. You know, everybody wants to go on dates and do shit together and then be on their phones. That's not quality time, us being on the phone together. That's not quality time. I don't care what nobody say. Okay, that might be your every Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, but on your Friday, Saturday, you need to be doing something with one another. Like, fuck, and then get back up and get on the phone. Somebody will be asleep, you know? Then it won't be both of us just on the phones with no type of connection. Remy says that Sin really does need to, you know, rethink this whole nanny situation, you know, because that's the way you're going to be able to get time to go out together, is if you get a nanny. And Sin is like, I don't want a stranger around my baby. Like, no, I would like stab somebody, I would shoot someone. I'm like, girl, we see that baby. We all would, girl. We all would. That little cute baby, I can't take it. Little Lexington, that's a terrible name, but a beautiful baby. Oh, Lord. So Sin sits down with Joe to have a conversation with him about her conversation with Remy, which led her to them setting aside a Sunday every 2 weeks where it's just the two of them and they spend time without the cell phones, you know, get somebody to watch the baby and do whatever they want to do, whatever that, you know, might be. Joe feels like this isn't what they should have been talking about. Like, you need to be talking about the postpartum depression, not the relationship between her and I. And it's like, dude, what part of do your part don't you understand? Like, here's the thing. When people are in relationships with other people, a lot of the time it's because being with the other person makes shit feel better. It makes shit feel better. It makes the, you know, time on this earth feel better when you have somebody that you enjoy spending time with to do that with, okay? So, when I'm going through a hard time, the last thing I need is for my dude to step away slowly out of the fucking room as if I'm gonna stab him in the neck. Like, Joe, tap in here, sir. Where's the compassion? Where's the compassion in the voice, okay? Where's it in the face? Where is it in the hands? You're not even giving to her in the dick. So what is she supposed to think? How are you going to say that, oh, are you really, like, depressed? Are you still depressed? Yeah, she's still fucking depressed, okay? I don't think she fully understands everything she's going through, and I feel like Joe has no fucking clue what she's going through. But part of what she's asking that might make her feel better is for her man, her baby daddy, to spend some uninterrupted time with her in which they're not worried about postpartum, they're not worried about their baby, they're worried about each other's private regions. Okay, that's all she wants, and he can't just accept that. He's got to see this as an issue because this is not what he sent Remy to talk to Sin about. I'm just like, really, my nigga? Really? You got me spitting this shit? Really, my nigga? Now, Sin says that she's working on this herself. She's been singing, and that's very therapeutic for her, but she doesn't want to go to a doctor and get put on medication. That's not what she wants. She wants to try to work through this on her own. And Joe feels like she's not doing better. She feels like she's been doing better lately, and he says, I don't think so. I've been like waving and screaming for my partner to come back, and you haven't. So no, I don't think you're doing that well, Sin. And I'm just like, Joe, shut the fuck up, bruh. Like, how is making her feel like she isn't showing you that she's feeling better going to make her actually feel better? Can somebody tell me this nigga need help? Sin, I don't know what to tell him. You don't know what to tell him. We don't know what to tell Joe. All right, so Yandy introduced Infinity to us this episode, y'all. Infinity is a young girl that she met through her mentoring program, and she called Yandy up recently and was like, hey, Yandy, I can't deal with my foster parents anymore. I'm about to run away. So Yandy went and picked her up. They're spending time with her two kids. Her two kids really love Infinity. They're so happy when they find out that she's spending the nights, and, you know, she's taking this girl in and trying to help her, okay? Speed through the episode, Jonathan comes over to Yandy's house. Of course, he still is talking about Anais, but the bulk of the conversation was about the fact that Yandy is out here harboring a fugitive, so to speak, okay? The little girl is in the state's custody. You did not go through the proper channels in order to get this little girl to stay at your house. So, yeah, that's the issue. Yandy said she tried to get in contact with the child's lawyer and with the whoever her caseworker is, but she couldn't get in touch with anybody. Nobody has called her back, and it's been about a week now. So she's really gonna have to get in contact with the lawyer. She said he'll be back on Monday. He's been on vacay because, you know, this is illegal. And she finds out later on that she could possibly lose her kids as well. She goes bike riding with Mano's old lady and Nia Lee. And she explains to them about the situation and says basically that Jonathan was right. You know, I guess, you know, a sober mind, okay, picks up on these things. Okay, don't get arrested, Yandy. Don't get arrested, okay? Then you'll be next to Mendy season. Who's taking care of any of the children? You know what I'm saying? So, she's talking to Mano's old lady and Nia Lee. And Mano's old lady says that she was in the foster care system from 14 to 17 after her mom passed away, and it was terrible, and she understands because she felt like nobody cared about her, and she would just run away and go to somebody else's house when they would, you know, find out she had went to this person's house or whatever. And sometimes the system, with all the red tape and all the bullshit, it does not work out in the best interest of the child, especially not the black girl child that y'all like to throw with any old fucking body, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. Like, it upsets me, and I know a lot of it is due to people not having enough. There aren't enough social workers in the world, apparently, okay? Because I'm sorry, but you know, people are crazy, y'all. People are fucking crazy. Do you know the type of people that social workers gotta deal with? These are the type of people that burn their babies and shit like that. Do you know how fucked up in the head you gotta be to do shit like that to your own baby? Okay? I'm just saying, y'all. My auntie was a social worker. It's a whole ordeal. But Yandy says that she has to sit Infinity down and have a conversation with her about the fact that she has to go back. So she sits down with the little girl. Little girl got a little room and everything. It's so cute. And, you know, she basically tells her, I have to take you back because I have to do this the right way. And they said if I don't, they could possibly take my children away. So I have to send you back, but we're going to work it out. The little girl bust into tears, y'all. She was like, I do everything I'm supposed to do. I should have a good life. I should wake up to my siblings coming running to me and breakfast every day and hot food. Like, when she said that hot food shit, I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, just the shit y'all be having these kids going without. Like, damn, hot food, bitch, like that, damn. Anyway, y'all, I was all in my emotions during that scene. Yandy was all in her emotions too, but Yandy told her they was gonna figure it out, they was gonna work it out. And I don't know where they are in this process right now, but I really hope they figured it out, y'all, because, I mean, this is terrible. And Yandy feels responsible for her, and Yandy also feels like she doesn't want to just leave this young girl destitute, seeing as though she has somewhere for her to be. And something makes me feel like Yandy is always searching for someone to save. And this gives her the perfect somebody to save. So Jacquay, Safari, and Rich meet up on the side of the street. Safari's humping the air because he's having a really good hot dog. It made me hungry, okay? And he is talking to them about this deal. Y'all know that Doc Johnson, the sex toy company, came to Safari and offered him a $7 million deal so that they could put a mold to his Johnson. And he doesn't know how he feels about it. Rich throws out there that he may not be taken seriously as a rapper if he does this. And I feel like you already not being taken seriously. You might as well get that check, okay? Anyway. Jacquay brings up the fact that he's still waiting for Sydney Starr to give the vocals on this track he wrote for her, but if she doesn't come with that fire, he gonna have to cut that ass loose and give the song to somebody else. And Rich is automatically hit with the backlash he received after he gave Erica Mena's song December to Olivia, and Olivia turned it out, and then somebody down here put it to a bounce beat, and it's been history ever since, okay? You said you love me, December. To you. Y'all know this shit. Oh Lord, when you put a bounce beat on it. Anyway, so yeah. But the funny part about this scene was Safari making fun of Erica Mena's lack thereof vocals. They're engaged now. They live together. I wonder if this episode caused any problems in the home. Probably not. Erica knows she can't sing. Like, let's not lie to ourselves, Erica. Let's not do that. That's not cute. Okay, so y'all, Sydney is determined to impress Naya with her growth. I'ma leave that right there. Now that she started to work on her flow after Naya gave her them little tips and everything, and she goes to one of her homeboys in the studio and she spits that, you know, spits the bar, whatever it is she was working on. It was that same shit as before. And he was just like, I mean, you want me to keep it 100 with you, or you want me to lie? If you want me to keep it 100, I'm gonna tell you that it's not on the same level as even some of this elementary my dear bullshit that's on the radio right now, love. It's not there. And she's like, people are gonna want me to give up, and I don't want to give up. It's like, okay, honey, but you're gonna have to take direction. And if you don't want direction, then you're gonna have to deal with the fact that you are where you put yourself, okay? Which is no fucking where, because you don't want to listen, all right? So Sydney meets with Naya because Naya wants to help her with her look. Now, first of all, y'all, I feel like Naya is not in a place to be helping anybody with their damn look. Because the wig she had on in the confessional didn't have any scalp that was the color of her skin. I didn't understand that. When you wear lace front wigs, they need to have scalp, sisters. What is going on? What is going on, y'all? Like, I had to steal that Jessie Woo right quick because I'm like, man, what is the deal with y'all in these wigs, man? And then thinking that you're doing it to the point that you could tell somebody else that they not doing it. Like, girl, you might as well wear your fucking fade. Why is you doing this to us, Naya? Give us the cheekbones, bitch. Go back to the fade. Stop with the wigs, okay? Now, Naya, you was standing there in a fucking onesie telling this girl that she don't know how to dress, but we're gonna put that to the side for right now because Sydney, baby, you can't dress, okay? And this is what I feel, and this is what my observation is when it comes to transgendered women. Not all the time, but sometimes I feel like transgendered women feel like women's femininity and their sexuality and their attraction comes from showing their titties and ass to everybody in every outfit that they buy. Which is why all you see when you see Sydney Star is them big ass titties that almost look like an ass on her chest, okay? And here's the problem. A lot of the times you make yourself look like a streetwalker, which then makes you look like a drag queen when people really look at you, okay? Now, if they was just looking at your pretty face and you had a lot of things covered up, like she did when she actually went in there and tried on that dress after they shamed her with that terrible ass ball, that terrible ass 16-8, whatever that shit was that she spit the first 2 times, it was whack, and she choked, and they made her feel bad about it, and Jacquay came in there and told her that her record could easily be given to somebody else, so she decided to go try on a more covered up dress that Naya had brought to her after she thrown the dress on the fucking ground on some real disrespectful shit, okay? And see, all of this overreacting to shit, that's also uncalled for. You obviously are a sweet girl, Sydney, so please stay in that lane and stop with the rah-rah shit, because I don't feel like you're really about that life. I just don't. And bitches like Nia Lee, I feel like even though you are genetically male, will probably in some way sweep you. I mean, her size. She got cut in the face. She probably went to take kickboxing class after that shit just to make sure she could fuck up the next bitch that ever came to her with that shit again, okay? Just saying. Anyway, you know, I mean her back, whatever they sliced up. My bad, whatever. Talking too fast. My point is, Sydney, when you put on that dress that was more covered up, you look so much better. Like, it was like, okay, bitch, you could have fooled me right there. But you know what? Whenever you have all of this out and you got a choker on your neck and it's drawing attention to the fact that your neck is quite large for what a female's neck would look like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you draw attention to the bad when you always showcasing everything. Covering it up and softening it up makes you look way more feminine. I wish that you would listen to what she was telling you. You know what I'm saying? Or bitch, listen to what I'm telling you. Because you cute. Don't get it twisted. You are very much believable as a woman. But sometimes when you dress like a tramp, it kind of comes off like drag queen. It's just, it's what it is. So y'all, Safari wants to feel better about this sex toy situation, so he goes and talks to Remy and Pap about it. And Pap is feeling like, you know, no, that's not cool. You're trying to be a rapper. That's kind of some porn star shit. Remy is like, look, did you get the business handled? And he didn't. He was sleeping on the business and didn't really look through the contract. So he's nervous about it. They made him feel worse about it. And now he's going to California to meet with the owners of Doc Johnson so that they can have a conversation about what's going to take place, because he's already signed a preliminary contract, which means he might be stuck in doing this, right? So he gets there, and when they start throwing out 6 to 7 figures a month, and once we put it in a harness, it usually sells for $5,000 a month. And I don't know if you know, but they sell harnesses from what, like $60, $50 to $100 sometimes, depending on the harness. And you making that $5,000 a month? Are you serious? Are you serious? On top of just a straight dildo. Like, oh my, Safari, if you don't take that fucking deal, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you, my nigga. Like, the sex tape has been put out there, not sex tape, but the dick pic and all of that, the video, whatever it was, has been put out there. So it's already out there. You might as well make your bucket off that shit, okay? Like, I'm just sitting up here like, nigga, what is wrong with you? Why are you even questioning if you should take this $7 million deal with possibly more money on the back end? Nigga, are you crazy? Take this deal, okay? Your rap career ain't that serious. Your rap career is not that serious. And any woman that's trying to be with you, i.e. Erica Mena, will probably be very happy to take that millions of dollars and live a nice, happy, fulfilled life offer your dick in more than one way. I'm sure it'll be okay. The pictures are already out there. If women wanted to masturbate with your dick every night in homes all over America, they can, my nigga. So what is the difference? What is the difference? Okay, y'all, that's Love and Hip Hop. I enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.